Good morning, wonderful people. I am here. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Jen. It is Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Monday is a great day. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one, but I am very grateful for Mondays. I have a lot of fun. I have coffee. I have a website to look at today. I have friends working on different projects, and I've been asked to take a look at a website and offer up some thoughts. So I figured, because, it's always better to shout these things from the rooftop, why don't we do it on the live? So today, I'm going to take a look here in just a second after I stir my coffee. Ran out of milk again, and it's -30, so it's not like I'm walking to the store today. I mean, I could. I was totally warm walking the kids to school, but I don't want to. So reasonable, right? Good morning, TC. Today we are going to look at the website for EverSmart Labs. So we'll just add that here. We can take a look together. If you have any questions, stick them up in the comments. Of course, as you know, I'll always ask my questions. So at first glance, it is gray, but it's readable, so that's good. I like that, and I like that there are bips of color so that I know where to look. EverSmart Labs, the groundbreaking tech team behind EverSmart City, Smart Moose Inc., and the upcoming Bridge to the Metaverse. Okay. I don't know what a Smart Moose is, and I don't know Bridge to the Metaverse. I assume that's like real life to the meta life. So my first question is, what's a Smart Moose? I'll find out. Ooh. Hey, Nick wants to come hang out. Should I invite Nick? I think I should, because he can answer all my questions, and that just is better. So, Nick, I'm dropping a link in the Discord as soon as it starts and stuff. There we are. Party time. Monday parties, best kind. Okay, so let's see here. Designed the world's first tokenized economy for smart cities backed by real estate, alternative energy, sustainable agriculture, and more. NFTs will be used to incentivize residents and also engage the global community, launching in 2022. I'm in. That sounds awesome. And let's see. Hi, Crispy. Currently developing a mind-blowing NFT staking platform with powerful new features not yet seen in the NFT world, backed by the EverSmart City economy and all the NFT series launched by EverSmart Labs and Smart Moose Inc. This all sounds good. I always have questions, but partners at Smart Moose, we are introducing patented security and media optimization layers that prevent theft and protect against pirating. Yes, I heard about this. Ongoing series will feature global brands and icons, cutting-edge imagery shot by our Oscar-winning photography team, and will surely bring grown men to their knees with delight. I want to see this. We're pioneering a new wave of what NFTs can and will represent moving forward. Coined the phrase sustainable gamification. It's the recipe baked into every NFT series we launch. This all sounds great. So, let's see if this coffee is still hot. Feels like it's going to burn me. That's about right. It looks gritty. I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but some coffees just make the milk kind of gritty looking. Not exactly curdling, but it's, yeah. Anyway, let's see here. It's Nick. Good morning.
Oh, look at this. Hello again, Jen.
I can't hear you. What? Well, click this banner every 30 seconds for the next 10 days. What do I do? What happens if I do? Oh, I lost Nick. Maybe he'll come back. Let's see what happens when I click on this thing. Click. It is not clickable. I'm clicking and nothing's happening. Okay. So that's a thought. But I want to click on it.
Hey, how about
Try
this?
again?
Can you hear me now?
Oh dear. Still can't hear you. All right. Well, I'm taking a look here.
Testing, 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 testing. Huh. You should be able to hear me.
So, Mondays. Mondays are a good time to brainstorm and think up new things because it's been the weekend and you've had a chance to relax and rest those brains and come up with new whatevers. I don't know about you guys. It was cold here this morning. Like actually minus 30, I think it was minus 37 with the wind chill. So it was cold. Oh, you know what? I bet I have the wrong audio on. Let me take a look here. Yeah, it's entirely on me. My apologies. There we go. I'm sorry. Fixed it.
So can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. And everybody else
Hey,
probably
there
can
we
hear
go.
You.
All
That's
right. I
better.
know TC's listening out there. Okay, TC can hear me, so that's good. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Jen, you're fine. Just stay right there. Me and TC will have a conversation.
Yeah, I'll just make things up. We'll have two separate conversations at the same time.
All right. So I understand that you have some questions about our little smart moose and other things. Ask away.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be here to be the salesman today. I'm going to be
Great.
here to be the fountain of knowledge.
Wonderful. I'm very curious. What's a smart moose?
A smart moose is not a dumb moose.
Correct.
Yes, the smart moose is going to be the last time we were on. We were talking about something called ZenFT, but unfortunately, ZenFT was taken. We found that out just a little bit too late, so we had to come up with something really, really unique, really, really different, something that's brandable, and something that could go a little bit farther than the name ZenFT could do. So therefore, we came up with the smart moose. So the smart moose. So the smart moose is going to be your guide through the metaverse. He is going to be. You remember a show a long time ago? I can't think of the name right. Quantum Leap. Remember Quantum Leap?
No, but I'm not a show watcher, so
okay.
Everybody
there
else
was a show.
knows.
Yeah, there was a show called Quantum Leap where a guy kept hopping back through time, trying to set things right that were wrong and stuff like that. And he had a faithful companion, and his faithful companion had a thing called a Ziggy, and it was just a little type of thing. So it was a precursor to smartphones back in the 80s. So the smart moose is going to actually integrate with this Ziggy-esque type of thing in our platform. So therefore, if you ever have questions, if you need to go somewhere, if you need to do anything, the smart moose is on the loose, and he will be more than happy to help you.
Cool.
And also, it's just really cool to say smart moose.
Yeah, it's kind of fun and brandable, and there could be all kinds of merch to go with it. That would be easy. So, yes. Okay. Well, I like that. Okay. That was question number 1. Question number 2. Well, I kind of see I know a few things because I talked to you already about a lot of this. So I'm feeling like I'm approaching this from the perspective of somebody who knows too much. So
well, just ask any questions. That's what I'm here for. This is an AMA with Jen Barrett.
Woohoo! Okay, so then, I don't actually have a lot more questions about this first bit here. I want to click the banner though, and it's not clicky.
Oh, I know. That's a little something that I still have to kind of work on a little bit. We just put that up there. That's going to have all the information on it, but there is going to be an action coming within the next few weeks, where you click on it and stuff, and something fun will happen. I promise you that.
I believe it. And now that I know it's there, I'm probably going to check back and see if I can click on it.
Yeah.
So let's see what else we have here. There's a logo. Oh, this is a link. What's that do? Oh, it just takes you back right now. Okay, cool. I like that.
Yeah, so that is so the nifty sidebar on it. So basically, any of our current NFTs series or to some people that need to have it highlighted, it'll be right there for you, nice and easy access for it.
Excellent. I
And
like that.
yes, and the logo, you'll see more by the person that created that logo. Her name is Lisa Line, a very old friend of mine. She's been working in catalogs, graphic design for over, I think 22 years now. And if anybody needs anything done that's really really good, let me know. I will shoot you her contact information. She is reasonable. She is incredible, and I cannot say enough about her.
Well, my 2 cents is that I like that this is busy but readable.
Yes.
I'm very pleased about that. I often find things that are busy very distracting, but this works really well. I like the way everything looks, and I like the readability of it.
Good.
That makes me happy.
Good.
Yeah. And is there anything that I've missed for clicking on things? Because I feel like I should be clicking on all the things.
Not yet. This
Okay.
is I mean, right now, if we had to like go ahead and do it, we are in pre-alpha stage for everything. We've got everything set. It's just the mechanics behind. We're doing some tweaking before we could even put it out to be a beta type of program right now. We've got the talent, we've got the people, and we're going to start with the community. Our Discord server, I am just putting the finishing touches on that. We will have it operational hopefully by the end of this week.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. We have a rudimentary one up, but I need to tighten up the security just a little bit, and I got to make sure that the bots don't sit there and kick you out just for accidentally saying hello for some reason.
Yeah, that's always a learning curve. There are lots of different kinds of bots you can use for the Discord. I had no idea that all even existed.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them.
That's good times. Okay, so I can look forward to joining the Discord soon. And I'm just trying to think what questions I might have here.
How about sustainable gamification?
Well, I'm kind of curious about that, but I'm still up here over at the NFT staking platform. What makes it different and exciting?
Some of the stuff I can't tell you yet because it's a proprietary secret. However,
Reasonable.
Take our planet and kind of inject a huge bunch of steroids into it. There's through the concept of sustainable gamification. That's what's going to make this a mind-blowing NFT staking platform, because every project that we put out is going to have some piece of utility to it. Some will be more valuable than others. Others will, be incredibly rare, incredibly valuable, and holy crap. But it's going to be so multifaceted that it's going to blow your mind.
Okay. I can handle that. And is it just going to be staking for your own NFTs, or is it going to eventually open to staking community NFTs, or how's that all going to go?
As of right now, it is going to be just for the staking of the Smart Moves branded NFTs and stuff that we put out. However, there is a plan, because I've gone ahead, my partner David Werba, I've gone ahead and said, hey, let's make sure that we build in some utility for everybody. He's like, no, man, I don't want to do that. And I said, David, let's make sure we have some utility for that. And so we're trying to see the thing is, because the quality of the NFTs that we are going to be putting out are going to be so incredibly unique, and just like, I mean, it's going to, your jaw's going to drop 2, 3, 4 times before you even, get the thing, before you even get the NFT. But, we have to make sure that we honor the entire ecosphere. So that's the part that we're still working on right now, as to how to integrate the outside without compromising the integrity of the good platform.
That makes sense. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, we're going to be working possibly with another NFT minting team to go ahead and kind of, because we're getting a lot of people getting interest within us. But there are some projects we obviously cannot take because either they're underdeveloped or, they just don't fit the branding and stuff. So we are actually, hopefully we'll get a partnership with them so we can go ahead and say, hey, we can't take you, but these guys, most likely will. So that's part of our strategy right now, is to make sure that we do that so we can build up a network. Because as you can see, take a look at the logo that we have. It
Yes.
is, everything is connected. We want to make sure that not only are we connected with the citizens within our city and the citizens within the NFT staking platform, we want to make sure that we're connected to everybody in the ecosphere, period. It is something that, that is something that drives me. Because I mean, Jen, how long have we worked together? Almost a year almost here and stuff.
Yep.
My biggest thing is building as big of a community as humanly possible. And the only way that we can do the best that we can is to make sure that we have not only the community for the community we're building, the physical community that we're building, but the community outside to help us, achieve this goal, and to help us spread the good word about not only Eversmart Labs and Smart Moose, but the Eversmart City itself. So
That makes sense. I like that.
mhm.
Okay. And so now tell me about some sustainable gamification. What makes it
Okay.
special? What makes it different?
Sustainable gamification. So you've seen some stuff come and go. You've seen, there was a thing called Skulls out there. It was supposed to be like all these girls in the metaverse that were going to have their own concerts and stuff like that, and it just flopped. It just died. It just went by the wayside. And that's because they only had, from an uneducated eye here, because I don't have enough knowledge about their background, they just didn't think 4 steps ahead. They just thought about the first 2 stages and were like, well, crap, that's going to be it. And we'll, once the thing takes off, we'll go ahead and do it. Everybody saw that they only just had the 2 things and that there was nothing beyond it. So sustainable gamification starts at what I call the 4-layer deep. So you have the first layer, which is, hey, here's everything. This was actually something given by my partner David Werba, who came up with that phrase of sustainable gamification. So I'm just parroting the words that are coming out of his mind here. The second part is, okay, once you launch it, how are you going to make it a value? So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do the common stuff. We're going to have the rarities. We're going to have all that other fun stuff. But with the technology that we bring to the game, that's what's going to make these stand out. So the technology is going to be the image optimization that we talked about before, where we can take that 120 meg file, shrink it down to 4 or 5, and still retain its quality.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And so we bring that to the table. So then you go ahead, and then once you've got all the rarities, what the hell do you do with it? Otherwise it's just something that looks pretty. So we are going to build that third layer. The third layer being the actual game itself, whether it's just a blend type of game, a burn upgrade type of game, or it could be in a metaverse type of game, which is something that we're going to be launching. We just have to figure out where in the ecosphere this is going to fit. So that third step can lead anywhere. And then the fourth step to it is, how do we, once we figure out its place, how do we go ahead and go beyond that? So
yeah, okay.
Yeah, because if you don't have those steps, you don't have a successful project. I mean,
True.
that's just it. I mean, we had that over at the Uplift and stuff. Took a couple minutes to get people into it, but yeah, we had something similar to that in the Uplift. And I've always just, whatever I've ever done in this ecosphere, I've always done to the 4-layer deep method.
Yep, it makes sense. I mean, if you don't have a plan, nobody's going to invest in it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing that's going to be part of the sustainable gamification is, well, can I tell you that? I can tell you it. So the other thing is going to be how they operate with each other. So it's not going to be just like, so let's go ahead and say we've got let's say we go ahead and we've got a car set, or something like that with really unique and rare cars. We don't, as of yet, it may come someday, but right now we don't have that car. And then over here we have like rare jewels of the Nile or something like that. We are going to have a way that those two will have an interaction. They may be tangential. They may just be like, if you have Dick Dastardly's Dragon Wagon and you have a Dragon Emerald, it'll give you an extra boost in the metaverse game or something like that. So there will always be a little bit of cross pollination with a good portion of where it makes sense, where it makes sense to do the cross pollination. I mean, obviously, we wouldn't go ahead and do a racing game with let's say like we had something from the Vatican or something like that. We wouldn't, cross pollinate there, but there will always be some sort of cross pollination between.
Okay, so how does the game in the metaverse cross over with the city in the real world? How's that connect?
It connects, and I can't tell you. I really can't. I mean, the IP behind it is just way too vast and stuff. I mean, I can tell you that the residents will have a place to go within the metaverse that's going to be specifically for the residents, but that's pretty much all I can tell you about it. I mean, there's going to be a whole bunch of cool stuff. Well, and also you got to have me back again at some point in time, so I can't just everything as much as I'd love to.
Absolutely. I always want to know all the questions, and I know that some things have to wait, and it's that.
And I know TC tends to get a little impatient every now and then, but trust me, brother, things will be good. I promise you, and you will be one of the first people that I notify when we get our first thing out there. I promise you that.
I'm interested to see how this all plays out. I'm very curious, and of course, my ulterior motive is always how do you get sustainability happening in a cold northern climate? So that's my question for all of the engineering brains out there. If you can show me how to be 100% sustainable in a place where it hits -50 for a couple months in the winter, then
it all comes down to different battery technology and also insulation and the thing is, you really, in that kind of a thing, you have to realistically think outside of the box. I mean, completely outside the box. Like,
absolutely.
Tap into geothermal, tap into basically you can even get in some technologies, I know that you can use wind power within that type of thing, but then you have to make sure that your wind devices, properly insulated, heated. You got to go out there and make sure that the auto sprayers are still working, not frozen over, all that kind of fun stuff. But they do have, because sometimes in the Arctic, the wind gusts there can be about like 30, 40 miles an hour, and that can go ahead and generate a massive amount of wind.
Yes, that's my winter and my summer and my spring and fall and all the rest of it. That is my wind. I know all about it. Yeah, it's that's normal around here. And I do know of at least one person who I'm, 2 steps removed from, who actually has a wind turbine. So, that's a thing. Another question that probably doesn't have an easy answer is parts availability. Is there any way to kind of have I'm not going to say a supply chain guarantee because that sounds a bit much, but is there something that will be in place to ensure that when things break, because things always break, replacement parts can be found relatively easily that meet the North American safety standards?
Are we talking about for you or for us?
Oh, both.
All the places. For us, we're working on partnerships and stuff like that. So we will have a good portion, but we have one of the things that you remember about me, Jen, is what do I love? I love having a backup plan. So Yeah. Anything that we build, we do have a redundancy too. It may not be as efficient, but it will still work to the
Awesome.
greatest of its capacity. So if we do have something down, we'll go to the backup. The back, and while we fix the backup, it'll still work, but it may not be as efficient. It may not be as efficient as the actual model that we have in place, but it's going to go ahead and do the job.
Okay, that makes me feel safe and secure and happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the dumbest thing that you can do, is have identical forms of redundancy. Because if there's a flaw in the manufacturing process, or if there's a flaw in the way that you've implemented that thing, it's going to be repeated. So therefore, if you have the same flaw in your repeated process, it's going to break anyway. So that's why you go ahead and you have an alternate form.
This makes sense, and I like it. I always like having backups though, because especially in the last couple of years, sometimes parts for things that are more specialized can be a lot harder to find.
Yes.
Get all of that.
And especially now with the silicon chip shortage and stuff, that tends to really screw things up.
Yep, it sure does. Well, I have to go get ready for a meeting here, but this has been good. I like this. I'm excited for you and for the project, and I want to see it succeed yesterday. So,
well, thank you. We really do appreciate that over here. And the Smart Moose cannot wait to meet you.
this is good.
Okay.
All right.
You have yourself a good day, and thank you for having me on such short notice. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. This is always fun, and you're always welcome to join me if you're ever bored or hanging out in the morning with nothing to do.
Perfect. I will most definitely try and hit you up, my dear.
Excellent.
And everybody else on the thing that's watching, thank you very much for listening to me. I really do appreciate it. Eversmartlabs.com. Feel free and give us a stop by and keep on checking. There's going to be some really good stuff coming up really, really soon. I promise you that.
Absolutely. And I'll share the Discord link all over the place once it's up too. So keep an eye out for that on the Twitter. All right.
Have a wonderful day.